All right. Well, hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of B Sharp and C, my first video episode. And I hope that this episode actually, I hope this works. Doing the episode, making it a video episode, and being able to just do everything that I want to do as far as get my information across and also focusing on the material and getting it out there to as many listeners as possible. Now, I was thinking kind of like slowly transitioning to a more visible form of the podcast, maybe only doing it on YouTube and transitioning over the next couple months, getting my podcast off of the streaming services and just focus on my YouTube channel. Feedback from the audience would be nice. I do have a good listenership through Spotify and iTunes and what have you. But I'm thinking about focusing a lot of my energies and resources towards music and then just doing a podcast episode every now and then and not necessarily being stuck to a certain schedule and bringing all of the episodes that I have now, that's just in audio format, creating some kind of video, bringing those over, maybe just putting the photograph that I use for the podcast, putting the photograph up, bring over the 45 or 50 or so episodes that I have, put them on YouTube, and then moving forward, make video casts. I can call them Ucasts, put them on YouTube. But here's what's interesting. So here I am thinking about using YouTube more. And I like YouTube. I really do. I like the format. It's easy to use. I like the fact that they have the YouTube Shorts now. So over the past 3 weeks, I've been doing the stupidest YouTube Shorts that don't even make sense. And my followers have gone up. I think I've gotten 16 new followers in the past 9 days from posting shorts of me making stupid faces and saying things that make no sense, and of the raccoon out in the backyard, who we've named Bill. I mean, he looks like a bill, so it makes perfect sense. But anyways, and this also makes it so that I really can't do a lot of editing. And I don't know how much work one needs to do, because I see other people who have video casts, podcasts or whatever on YouTube, and they do a ton of post-production or post-filming editing, which is just, bam, the shots just move, bam, over here, the guy's over here, there's words here, there's this there. And I need to feel that out and find out how much I need to do. But please comment if you're a fan of the podcast, if you're new to listening to me. This is B Sharp and C. It's a music podcast. We talk about musicians who are underrated. Maybe they go under the radar as far as their talent. They could be up and coming. A lot of guitarists, piano players, musicians, songwriters are underappreciated. Maybe they're more of the indie type of artist, and they don't have a big following, but yet they write some beautiful music. But for whatever reason, and probably because of the way, excuse me, the way things are now, the way the music industry is, for whatever reason, a lot of people actually aren't getting the voice that they should get, or they're not getting the forum that they should get, or the audience that they should get. Meanwhile, you have people, especially in the pop world, putting out music that has very little work put into it, very little thought as far as the musicality of the song, but more production, but kind of a way to make money fast. But the musicians who want to actually put out music because they want fans of music to like their music, right? Putting the music first. In the meantime, a lot of people who have that train of thought are just not getting discovered. So my job is to get those people out there, to get them known, to help people discover them, and to get them into the ears of the listener. Now, I just started using YouTube, and this episode is impromptu. I didn't write anything down. I usually do research. I mean, my Louis Armstrong episode, my goodness, did I do a ton of research for that episode? I went out there, researched a ton about his history. Sometimes I don't like to get into someone's personal life too much because I feel like when you're talking about a musician and you're talking about how good they are as a musician, then you start talking about their personal life. And you might mention something that maybe turns you off to the musician. And I don't like that. And there are a lot of musicians out there who stopped music for 4 years because they had to go to a rehab program or whatever, stuff like that. That information's on the internet. So I usually will not get into the personal stuff, But with Louis Armstrong, his personal life was just very interesting, and he was pivotal. And when I say pivotal, I mean there's music before Louis Armstrong. There's the music world before Louis Armstrong and the music world after the Louis Armstrong. And what he did, the style of music he played, the way he improvised, the way he approached music affected both jazz and blues and rhythm and blues artists for years to come. Even up to today, people do stuff that Louis Armstrong kind of pioneered, and they don't know where it came from. They just know that they're copying artists that they enjoy, but those artists copied other artists who copied Louis Armstrong, right? So, sometimes I really do want to get into the personal stuff of an artist. So I'll do research. I'll go online. I'll write down a bunch of stuff. I'll take notes. I'll put them up here on the computer, and then I'll do my research. I'll do my podcast with the notes right in front of me, but I try to make it extemporaneous and just talk like I am now because I have no notes right now. All I have is that dude behind me on the board right there. Now, does that guy look happy to you? Take a good look at him. His name is Bob. He's pissed. Now, why is he pissed? Well, the reason is simple. Because he is a lowly YouTuber looking to just get some ideas out there and maybe, just maybe, get a little bit of exposure because he also is a musician and he wants people to happen upon his YouTube channel and maybe make the connection or stumble upon his music, right? But he's angry because he recently has had 2 copyright strikes against him. No, I shouldn't say strikes. I believe in the YouTube world, because I watched this recently with Rick Beato, who's had a few hits himself, because he will play actual songs, right? He'll play actual songs, and he'll come right out and say, this is the song such and such from the Cars. Plays the song, and then he gets an email saying that there's a copyright claim, which I believe is different from a strike. I believe a copyright claim means you cannot monetize that video. So the money that is made by advertising or whatever YouTube does, because YouTube has to make money too. I mean, only 3 yachts is not enough, right? They need, the YouTube upper-ups need at least 5 yachts and a couple of, mansions. So they have to sell ads. And what ends up happening is the money that is made by that video for the advertising does not go to Rick Beato in this case or any YouTuber. It goes to the person who files the copyright claim against them. So I do a whole entire video about the Cars, the band from Boston, the band The Cars, right? They open up a copyright claim against me. So maybe my video gets 2 million views and makes $8,000, $9,000, which probably is about right for 2 million views. I think 1 million views averages about $5,000 or something like that, unless the numbers have changed. So, okay. All good and fine. The money goes to the band, The Cars. I don't get a dime. Now, that, I believe, is a copyright claim. Now, there are copyright strikes where, like, YouTube comes out and says, hey, you crossed a line, buddy. 2 more of these, and I kill your family. Or shut down your YouTube channel. One or the other. I'll have to go back and read, the terms and conditions. However, I don't have a copyright strike against me. What I have, and I'm just getting new to this, so I'm going to go ahead and share my screen, and y'all going to be able to see it. Let me just pull it up here. So, okay, right here, I am pulling up where'd it go? Hold on a second. I thought I was sharing I'm sharing the wrong screen. Am I sharing the wrong screen? This is what I want to stop sharing. And I'm going to do screen share again and click on the actual. All right. God, I hate this. Absolutely hate that it's not showing the ring around the screen that I want to share, because then I'll know that I'm sharing. Let me try it again. Share screen. All right. Firefox YouTube. Okay, there we go. Okay, so here's the screen I'm sharing right here. Now, you know what? Let me stop sharing. I want to do something. Because can I do share screen? Share sound. Okay. Share. Firefox. Bam. All right, here I am here. Here's my YouTube channel. Nothing really crazy going on. I mean, it's really not. But what I'm going to do is go to let's go to manage videos. And when I go to manage videos, you'll see, here are my videos here, right? And this is what I was talking about, uploading my YouTube, my podcast to YouTube. Here are my first few episodes of the podcast, B Sharp and C, Louis Armstrong, Shane Alexander, the Heavy Horses, the Neapolitans, right? Now, I have 2 copyright claims on this alone. Now, this copyright claim here is due to the video. So if I click on this and see details, they come right out and they tell you that, okay, the video cannot be monetized, but Fractal Hypnofunk Limbo Black, so I got to go look at that. They used this portion of the video here, so I can actually click on that. Hold on. I think I can click on it. Oh, right here. Okay, I'm going to play this segment. Now, the song belongs to me. The song belongs to me. What they're claiming here is that the visual claim belongs to them. But here's what I did. I went to pexels.com, and I found this whole entire video here, all the video clips I found for free, copyright free, right? Like free video stock footage for anyone who's making a music video. Take these 30-second clips and use the free stock footage, copyright free, for your project. Okay. Well, I did that. Well, apparently, this company did the same thing, and now they have their video copyrighted. But the problem is that when does it become an actual copyright? It was free from the creator, pexels.com. So my claim, and I did open up a claim against them. It says here it's under dispute, right? I'm just waiting to hear back. But my whole thing was, hey, I went to Pexels, and I used their stock footage, which is supposed to be royalty-free. I'm sorry, I think I was saying copyright-free. It's royalty-free stock footage, all of it. I grabbed some clips, and I started using it for my video. Now, my channel is not monetized anyways, so it's not like I'm losing money here, but if I don't start fighting this stuff now, I really believe that if I ever do monetize my channel, I'm going to be an easy target because I'm just going to accept every claim that comes my way. Now, here's the beautiful thing. I at least understand that if some company somewhere, especially in a foreign country, found some free stock footage, royalty-free footage, put it into a TV commercial, and then published it. Like they might think, hey, this whole thing is now ours, right? So now I go to this one here. This is a podcast episode that I uploaded today. Okay, it's already got a claim against it. I go to the details and see the music sign right there? It's a composition claim. So the music is in dispute. I'm using music from another artist. Who's the artist? Hopefully you could hear that. That was me. That is the song One and Done. And if you go to YouTube and like you click like One and Done, Arty Aster, here it is. This song here, the whole entire song is composed by me. I did all the instruments on it. I wrote every note, every solo, every background beat, everything I wrote. And Maya from Bulgaria sang the song. What did she sing? The vocal melody that I wrote. And she also sang the words that I wrote. The song is mine. Arty Aster produced 100%. And some company, and this is a Brazilian company, is saying that I took the song from another song which is named You're Mean. And it's from, I know it's a Brazilian company because the name of the production company that's put the claim against my video is called, it's like União Brasileira, ta, 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 ta. It's all in Brazilian Portuguese. And then it says the Brazilian Union of whatever. So they put a copyright claim on this video. So if this video starts making money, they will get the money. It could, I mean, I doubt this will happen, but what if that video got up to 2 million views and now it brings in 10 grand? It's going to go to them because they claim that the song in that video is theirs, and it's clearly not. It was 100% composed, performed, and produced by me. So I'm looking at this, and I can't, and that's why Bob is pissed. That's right. He's a little upset. And he's got good reason, because that copyright claim makes absolutely no sense. Now, I doubt that anything's going to happen. And I did put I disputed it, and my dispute was, hey, go listen to the song One and Done by Arty Aster. You might know him. He's me, the guy you're putting a claim against. He owns the song. Oh, but wait, you're saying you own it? Oh my God, it's like a discrepancy here. What's going on? So, long story short, I want to have more of a YouTube presence. I do. I want to have more of a YouTube presence. I just don't know if this is going to keep on happening. In fact, now I'm thinking every single music video I put up onto YouTube, I'm thinking a photograph and lyrics. That's it. A photograph and lyrics. Nothing else. And then I'll just go ahead from there and do what I got to do. And no more chances of a whole entire video getting struck because I took a 13-second clip that someone else took for free, but then they copyrighted their end. I don't even know how or why that works, but it does. Pexels is still giving away that video saying it's royalty free. But do they know that someone else? I mean, can you copyright a video you made from a bunch of royalty-free things? I don't know. I mean, there are a lot of websites out there like Looperloft or Looploft, and there's a bunch of other websites you can get royalty-free loops and stuff. But then what happens? You produce a song, it gets copyrighted, and now someone else goes to Looploft and they grab that same bass line and they use that bass line for their song. Now, are they going to get a copyright strike because of it? So to me, there's a lot of weirdness there. There's a lot of laws and there's a lot of weirdness. And I'll be completely honest with you. The one who suffers the most is the indie musician. It's the small guy that suffers the most. And I understand the big people, right? I understand big bands who are making millions of dollars and trying to set a precedent. Like, hey, you can't take that. I worked for that. I understand that there has to be some type of boundary or some type of rule set. I think that it all happens on a very high level. And the ones who suffer are the ones trying to get started. Now, I'm not suffering at all. I don't make a dime. Here's what's really funny about this. Since 2019, so I started producing music in about 2019. We're at the end of 2021 right now, so about 2 years. I've produced maybe 35 songs. Of course, I've written a bunch, but you only get around to producing so many because it's more work. To sit down, play the piano, and sing is nice, but to actually produce a song takes a long time. Thousands of dollars I have spent. Okay? I haven't made a dime. In fact, I have $3.90 waiting for me in my DistroKid account over the past 6 months and $11 waiting for me in my Reverb Nation account. So $15 in total are waiting for me. For 2 years of streaming, 2 years of people streaming my music, 35 songs now in total, I have about $15. So I'm not expecting to make a lot of money here. But just like the people who are making a lot of money are out there saying, I am putting my foot down. We have to establish a precedent. You can't use my, well, hey, you know what? If the rich person can do it, the one who's making absolutely $0, the one who's spending a lot more than who's gaining, also has a voice. And even more so, because they're actually doing it for a different reason. These copyright claims, I know they're small, and I know it's not a big deal. Trust me, I've seen what some of these other people, honestly, I've seen a lot of YouTubers, they do a video about like Metallica, and then they'll say halfway through the video, I've shown too much. I've shown too much of this Metallica video. I know I'm going to lose my monetization for this video. And then sure enough, they don't get a dime. It all goes to Metallica. So a lot of YouTubers out there know the rule. They understand it. They live with it. I'm dying to see if I win this dispute. That there's another company out there saying that the song I used in my podcast, which is mine, 100%, is theirs. And if that episode ever gets monetized, they want the money. That would be very interesting. I'll definitely put the results of that dispute here on Facebook for everyone to see. Anyways, this is Arty Astor, your host of B Sharp and C, saying until next time, keep it groovy. And I will, and put some feedback in the comments below if you can. I know it's asking a lot. I would like to have some feedback. Part of me actually thinks that I should make this podcast a visual experience and an audible one. And then I'll just keep getting copyright claims. I'll put like full songs on and say, hey, Stevie Wonder, come collect your money. Huh? It's sitting right here for you. Anyways, this is Arty Astor saying, keep it groovy. Thank you.